हाय एवरीबॉडी, आप सभी को मेरा सादर जय जिनेंद्र। आई होप यू गाइस आर डूइंग ग्रेट। अगर आप देखोगे, आज बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग और वोलेटिलिटी भरा दिन था। सो इवन आई हिट माय एसएल ओवर हियर एंड आई वाज अपडेटिंग व्हाट इज माय स्टैंस फॉर द मार्केट टुडे, राइट? अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल वर एबल टू understand the market in a better way, but today obviously our understanding went wrong, right? This was a particular trade which I'm talking about. We were talking about this big range, and it was a 700 points range, and I was not willing to take a breakdown from this particular range. However, the market proved us wrong. It went on to make a new low further. I had gone for a long trade over here. The market hit that SL as well. So it was a difficult day. But yes, we also have to understand that the most important thing is risk to reward. And as we understand, as you look at this particular picture, as you look at the trades, even though five trades are negative, we were able to close the day almost at break even because of one good trade in this particular stock, which is Naukri. So it's very, very important that in the longer run, you understand that risk to reward is everything, right? And the more you're focused towards the risk to reward, the more are the chances that you need not to be very, very, very right in the market, right? Even if you are fairly right in the market, you will be able to do well. Now let's continue our understanding of the index, right? So if you look at the index over here, it's quite an interesting structure. So yesterday, right? Not yesterday, basically on Friday evening, we were discussing that never buy in the first pullback. We should never go long in the first pullback, right? And if you see the market is doing what? It's probably going for a small correction. And now you may have a question that is it the right time to go long now? Obviously, no. What do we want is we want a proper base formation to be taken out. So we will go long above this particular red candle high only. And trust me, if now we have any candle closing above this particular high, the high of this red candle, we can go long by even increasing our risk, because the potential for the market to fill these gaps become even higher after this base formation. Now, on the very same day, we were discussing about this stock, Apollo Hospitals, right? So I used this, I used these two stocks to help you understand what exactly is a base formation. So we spoke about this stock, right, which looks good for long. And you see, even in a bearish market, even when all the pharma stocks are actually bleeding, this stock was actually able to, give some gains. Now, the point is, by this particular example of these two trades, which we took on Friday as well, that never buy in the first pullback. Let the market consolidate and then give a breakout. And that is what you want. Even same is the case with Apollo Hospitals as well. It was a good base formation, gave a breakout, and that's why we choose to go long over here. So remember one thing, you don't want to buy over here, over here, over here, but you want to buy when there is a clear base formation and breakout. Now, let's have a look at the chart of Nifty again and understand what's exactly happening. So if you look at Nifty on a daily time frame, right, over the last few days, a very interesting structure. What we are seeing is that the market drops, goes up, again corrects, goes up, corrects, goes up, corrects, goes up, and then continues to correct. So it is not giving a very easy trade to anyone. So if you look at Bank Nifty, the last time when there was a good breakout which happened on the upside was this one. Market dropped sharply, formed a base, then gave a breakout, and we saw like really strong momentum on the upside. Talking about the markets right now, we have a insider bar, and if you see, we have the lower base being taken out, right? So I think if the market sustains, below this low of the insider, we can expect more fall in coming days. And this is also the nearest support, as you can see over here, right? So these supports are being taken out. The last support for Bank Nifty is this one. So yes, we are not in a very easy market. The market is full of volatility. Personally, this month has been a drawdown for me as well. I am myself on a losing streak. So again, this is a phase that all traders go through. So we just have to make sure that we survive this by maintaining our position sizing. Make sure that you don't lose anything more than 1 to 2% of your capital, especially if you're an options trader. Whether you trade options buying or option selling, it does not matter. What matters is how you manage your risk. Now, let's do one thing. Let's move forward to the stocks. So we have already discussed what is uh, base formation, what is continuation, when to buy, when not to buy. All of these topics we have covered. Now let's go talk about some stocks. So like I was saying that the pharma stocks have actually been bleeding, and I have a good opportunity in the pharma sector. The first stock which is looking weak is obviously Sun Pharma. Have a look at this beautiful formation. So I think this has to be our first priority when it comes to shorting the stock. So very interesting structure. You can see over the last few days, right? It has been this was the close of the last 5 days, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's trading near the low of the last 5 days, and that's what is giving me an opportunity to short it. So as we can see, it has been trading near its lower range, and now we can go to 15 minutes time frame to mark our entry triggers, right? So let's go to 15 minutes time frame, and you will see a very interesting structure over here as well. So over here as well, if the stock, right, if it drops below these levels, we can see very sharp fall in Sun Pharma, and our stop loss will be this, and this is our entry trigger. So any trigger. So below these levels, we can see a good fall in Sun Pharma. We will have our stop loss above these levels, right? So let's move on to another stock, which is basically Divis Lab. Again, quite an interesting structure in Divis Lab as well. So I've already marked the levels, as you can see over here. It's a very good formation over here. If you see, the low has been tested quite a few times, once, twice, thrice, 4 times. So any breakdown below this level, we are going to short Divis Lab with this retracement, right, as our SL. So this is going to be our SL. This is going to be our entry triggers. And if you talk about the targets, we also have very good targets over here. This is going to be our target. So overall, this seems to be a good trade. Again, so we have Sun Pharma, we have Divis Lab. Let's move to another stock, which again seems interesting, which is Bank of Baroda. Now in Bank of Baroda, we will look for entries on both the sides. We will look for entries on both the sides. So let's go over here and go to something like a hourly time frame. So guys, on an hourly time frame, what do we see? If you see, this was the low, this was the swing, then the market makes a lower swing, again a lower swing, again a lower swing. Again over here as well, we are seeing good consolidation. That means the market has been in a very tight range. Now whichever side it gives a breakout, we will be happy to take a trade. Let's mark these levels because it's very interesting, because we can see very strong momentum, and it is a very high beta stock, right? So to mark the levels, it's not going to be that easy, because we are looking for both side, upper side as well as shorting side opportunities. So on the short side, what we can have is, you want to short below these levels, correct, which is the level of because the current trend is downtrend, so we can simply short at the nearest swing. So the swing is 102.35, so we can short below these levels. Talking about long trades, for that we need more confirmation. So for a long trade, we will wait for the entire base to be taken out, which is this, right? So this is the particular base. If this base is taken out on the upper side, we can expect a strong momentum in Bank of Baroda as well. So these are the few stocks for you. And yes, I hope this video was helpful. With that note, thank you so much, guys. And I will see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys.